and they'd be like, nah, bro, run that shit. So just further future notice, 80% of the time, if we having a conversation, we live. If it gets sensitive or personal, I usually end it or mute it. So I do try to stay aware. But if there's any point in time where you about to say something, you're uncomfortable letting the world know, just let me know. I'll turn it off. With that said, we are back. It is June 25th, 2026. We had a crazy day in the market today. A lot of ups, a lot of downs. Apple went stupid. And with all that being said, this is how I'm feeling. Money on my mind, I'm just trying to make a play. The shawty on my line and she begging me to stay. You feel me? We just trying to make a play. We out here looking for the best plays. You feel me? We trying to take a bag home at the end of the day, every single day. People be getting paid once a month, every other week. You feel me? Twice a month, once a week. Fuck that. I'm trying to get paid every single day. And that's why I trade, bro. You feel me? 5 days a week, 20 days a month. I need a check. So let's look at Apple. I will say this. I'm not going to expect Apple to do the same level of moves that it did today. And look at this, bro. We talking about buying and like selling early. Look, bro, I sold at $2. I could have sold at $3.50 damn near. That's a whole another $150. And so for people who, you feel me, like are skeptical about making money in the stock market, this right here, I'll explain what we're looking at. So this right here is something I actually did, and it's showing you where I bought and where I sold it. So I bought and I sold twice, and that's because I bought here. I bought it at $1.63, right? That's $163. Within 2 minutes, it went from $1.63 to what we got here. This is $1.96. So I made $30 in 2 minutes, and I held on. And so 5 minutes later, I said, we broke the EMA. So once we broke that EMA, I said, let me just get up out of here. Let me get up out of here, right? And so then I kept watching, and I realized that after it reclaimed that EMA, it looked pretty strong. So I got in again, and I made my money back. You feel me? I just made the money back. I made $4, right? And then I took my ass back to sleep. If I would have stayed up, I would have went from a $2 sell to a $3 and change sell. And this is not bad. It just is what it is. And it's a matter of trusting yourself and sticking with it. But also, I got out at a smart time too, because we broke this moving average. We broke 2 moving averages. So right here, we hit this moving average. We touched it. That's a smart place to sell. If you see it's already rejected it one time. And then it broke an EMA. So that's also a smart place to sell, because you don't want to be on the opposite end of this line. But outside of that, everything else that I had looked at on the chart that day was telling me that this should have kept going up. So long story short, I sold out early. I cut myself out of $150 profit, but I also still ended up in profit. So we're not mad at it. And that's why we on here today. And got the homie Zach. He said, let's look at Apple again. I honestly don't mind Apple for a recovery tomorrow, actually, because like you were saying before we started the live, they didn't raise the price on the phones. And so Apple overall is a popular product. Everybody's buying iPhones. Everybody's buying EarPods. They didn't raise the price on those. So the main thing that everybody is buying is still the same price. And then even looking at the price of the MacBooks, I swear my MacBook was $1,200 when I bought it. My first MacBook was $1,500, bro. So for the fact that they're saying they're raising them $200, maybe it's because I bought a MacBook Pro and then they had the Air in the Pro. So now the regular MacBook is the same as the MacBook Pro. But I still don't think the prices was even worth it. It damn sure wasn't worth this big of a drop, bro, because Apple is $1 billion company. So this right here equals a lot more than just $5 or $10. Like it's what, 290 to 274. That's
Well, let's talk about this for a second. So they raised MacBook prices 15%. They raised iPad prices 20%. Have not announced what they're going to do with iPhones. But the other caveat too with it Chuck, is that with memory storage going up and AI capabilities, like AI storage is going to be the biggest caveat here moving forward, right? And like we talked about before, if this breaks potentially like that 285 level,
Already did. Clean through that mother sucker.
so what happened with the tariffs though? Remember all the tariffs that were coming out of China?
I don't know what the end result was.
All of that got bypassed by the courts, and all of those fees are now going to be paid back to the companies.
What does that mean?
So that means all of the tariffs that were passed along on the side of the actual business are going to be repaid.
So they're gonna get all the money they've already spent back.
That's what it looks like.
I'm not sure what that means for the stock price though.
Yeah,
Unless it just boils down to their actual bottom line being bigger than expected.
Chuck, I'm sorry. Winston is nowhere live. Winston is just biting my elbow.
That's crazy.
I'll tell you about this dude earlier.
You gotta bite them back, bro. You gotta bite them back.
I'm not biting my cat.
You scared to bite? You scared of a little cat?
I'm gonna ship him off to you.
And I'm gonna find a female friend who wants a feline, and I'm gonna be taking visits. Stepdad, look,
this is a rare one.
Honestly,
this is a rare one. He's a Sphinx.
That's actually kind of dope. That honestly, if I were to own a pet, it would be some shit like that. It would be something that you don't just see on a regular basis.
Yeah,
it probably hairless. Would be a cat. It's just, I don't know. Hairless cats low-key freak me out. You ever seen, what was that? Lady and the Tramp had the cats, and then what was it? Aristocats. Yeah.
Yeah. No, this one's hairless. He looks like, can I say ball sack? Is that allowed?
I mean, you just said it, so now what? That'd always be the funniest thing, because like before I started going live on YouTube and other platforms, I would be on TikTok. And so like TikTok with their lives, they'll like stop pushing you out, flag you, all this stuff. And even for language, you're allowed to cuss, but if you're cussing, they'll push it out less because they're trying to avoid giving it to people who are underage, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like, even with like saying unalive, which is, you feel me?
Yep.
Or like do or live, you kamikaze, you feel me? Taking yourself out, like all that type of stuff. And even talking like, even just the word smecks, like we were talking code. And so people be like, oh, am I allowed to say murder? I don't know, but murder. And I'm like, you already said it, so keep going. No, but am I allowed? I'm like, my nigga, you said it 3 times now. It don't matter if you was allowed to or not. Like, you said it once, keep it pushing. Don't reiterate that you said something bad or that you don't think you should have said it. Just keep it pushing. You said it now.
All right, so now I know. I'll filter.
No, you good. We on YouTube, so YouTube is pretty decent. You feel me? You can smoke weed on here. But yeah, no, it's cool to say your cat looks like a ball sack on YouTube. But yeah, so with Apple tomorrow, I mean, they're going to announce prices for iPad and iPhone and earbuds tomorrow.
Probably not iPhone and AirPods tomorrow. into a chip sector and action those devices. And I listed that because, like IMAX and
Wow, bet there we go. Everything's just disconnecting. Let's just disconnect it.